how they decide whether they're doing well or not doing well and whether they should continue on or change, right? But when it comes to sustainable pricing model, I mean, this is a challenge, right? Because we're always going to be battered by the economy or the next new product or the next new thing. And, we can't just keep shifting this price around all over the place.
Right.
So what can you share about sustaining a pricing model?
A couple examples and a couple stories. I found it amazing when we were dealing with Sears that they built a new corporate headquarters in Hoffman Estates, and they got out of the large Sears Tower in Chicago. And most of the different departments were talking, saying, we never talked to each other because we were on different floors, and now we're on this huge campus and we have a lot better communication. And that really happens at a lot of companies. They silo different departments, purchasing, HR.
They're all
marketing.
in different groups. They're all often different buildings, sometimes different parts of the state or the country.
That's right. And with different goals, because they don't have a strategic plan that ties into the brand. But more importantly is they have different goals. So I was the vice president of sales, and so I'm dealing with the customer. And the battles that I would have to fight over, primarily in manufacturing, they needed to make the product at the lowest cost, put it in a box, and get it to the customer. Well, the customer didn't always want it that way. So I learned a very valuable lesson from Mark Baker. He was the executive vice president of Homebase when I met him, and eventually became the president of Home Depot Atlanta. And his message that gave me an aha moment was, stop worrying about putting your product in a box and getting it to me efficiently. I'm not going to worry about getting your product and making it efficient to get on my shelves. Make packaging a message. Make it part of your branding. And he showed several examples where very, very innovative companies had made a package that could easily be stocked in the stores, but when you removed the outer carton, it talked about the brand. It was a silent salesman, if you will, for that brand. So I learned a valuable lesson that packaging is very, very much not a cost, but it's an asset to your brand.
It's an asset. It's a marketing. It displays your message.
It does.
Right? You're going to put it in a box anyways.
It's got to go in something, right?
Yeah, you need to ship it somehow, right? But let's make that box shout who we are, what we do, and the value proposition that we bring.
And so what we had to do is say manufacturing doesn't control the branding, which is the container. The plan had to be put in place of what did you really want to have that product look like on shelf. So if you think that everything should tie back to the brand, packaging is a very important component of that.
Right, and manufacturing is okay. They might say, hey, this is the size of the box, and this is what we need to have the box do, and this is how it has to be able to carry this weight or something of that sort.
That's right.
But how the box looks and the brand, yeah. So the takeaway here is
always understand that the different components of the brand will help the brand. It's not a cost. It's not just, as you said, it's not just shoving it in a box. It's got to go in something. Make everything about that selling process valuable. Make it so that it's part of the customer experience when they see it on the shelf. And that really is the strategic plan, so that you're not operating in silos. Manufacturing can't operate in a silo without sales and without marketing. It's really, and planning is the strategic plan, is what really gets people started doing that.
Yeah, it's like leveraging every little component of the supply chain.
It is, absolutely.
Right? So, different industries, different cultures, say, hey, use every part of the animal. Somewhere along the line, like the animal, they figure out a way to use every single little microscopic little piece.
That's right.
Right. And what you're saying is, hey, take every little piece of your business and make sure that you've appropriately put the brand associated with it. Because it doesn't necessarily cost any more money, right? You're going to buy a box. You're going to ship the box. Let's put something on it that makes a lot of sense.
Absolutely.
The net add for the design and stuff is probably pretty minimal.
That's right. That's right.
Use it all.
Use it all.
All right.
Every part of the animal.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you, John.